here with a mission, sir? Trying to get me back in the world?
Trying to save it.
Hi Chris, how are you doing?
Very well, how are you?
To begin with, I would like to ask you that if you think about it, Captain America is the most human of the superheroes in the Avengers, because Iron Man has a suit, Hulk becomes a green monster. Do you think that it is important to the character, this characteristic?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think he's certainly the most human conscious. You know, he started life so behind the curve. You know, he was so small and so sick and so weak. I think he can relate to typical human struggles, and I think that's why he appreciates what he has, and I think that's why he continues to work to help the average man.
No offense, but I don't play well with others.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away, what are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
In the movie, in some points, it seems that the Iron Man kind of steals the scene a little bit. Do you agree with it?
Well, that's Iron Man, you know. Tony Stark is funny and he's charismatic and he's charming, and that's the part of that's why Steve Rogers and Tony Stark don't quite get along in the beginning, because they are such polar opposites. But I think that makes for good drama.
Captain America was originally created in a time of war when it made sense to have a patriotic hero. Right. What do you believe is his role in the present time?
Well, I still think I think the reason he does what he does isn't necessarily in defense of just his country. I think it's just in the name of whoever needs help. You know, he's a good man, and he has morals and values, and he just does the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And regardless of whether there's a war going on or not, I think there's always room for a man who's willing to live that way.
How desperate are you? And you call on such lost creatures to defend you.
And do you think that the fact that markets such as Brazil and Russia are increasingly important to the movie market may change a character like Captain Hero, which is so rooted in America?
Well, again, hopefully it's not associated only with America. Even though he is wearing a red, white, and blue suit, I think what he stands for is just being a good man and doing the right thing. Regardless of the country you're defending, he just has a good heart.
Why me? Because the weak men knows the value of strength, knows the value of power.
That wasn't so bad.
That was penicillin.
Going back a little bit to Captain America, the First Avenger, in the movie Steve Rogers goes through quite a makeover. Were you ever that skinny in your life?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you should see pictures of me when I was, 16, 17. I was very skinny.
And in that case, the makeover was a special effect, but did you ever had to go through such a makeover for a movie?
No, not to that extreme. I think the biggest change I've ever had was for Captain America, but it was to get big. So I think that's the biggest change I've ever had.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
Steve Rogers was not your first superhero. You played the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four. What do you think makes you so appealing to be casted as a hero?
I don't know. Luck. You know, Marvel and I have had such a good relationship. I had such a great time doing the Fantastic Four films, and I really am just lucky that Marvel was willing to give me a chance on this one as well.
And Marvel seems to have the recipe for the success of superhero in the movies. What do you think it is?
You know, I don't know. I think this is why I love working for Kevin Feige, because he just knows what works in the world of comic books. That's why all these movies have been so successful. I can't think of another company that's having as much success as Marvel is. So whatever Kevin's doing, I hope he just keeps doing it.